Well, let's switch to Anambra State, where residents have hailed the conduct of the by-elections on Saturday, August 16. At various polling units across the state, turnout was moderate and the voting process went on without major hitches. However, voting was delayed as INEC officials and materials arrived later than scheduled at some polling units. Many residents expressed satisfaction with the security arrangements and general organization of the exercise. Earlier, I spoke to our correspondent in Anambra State, Ubaka Omanibe, to get full details of voter turnout and conduct.
I think, thank you very much. I think this is an exceptional election from previous experiences. Though the INEC officials were slightly late, but out of their own ingenuity and creativity and experience, they were able to handle the little glitches they had and covered for the time they lost for coming late. Those little challenges handled, the exercise continued beautifully. The voters spoken to commended the free flow of the exercise, and then again the peaceful conduct. Everywhere was quiet. There was no pushing, there was no shouting, nothing. Everybody, the accreditation, the capturing, all those things were in sequence. They were orderly, they were peaceful, and the security operatives that were on ground were just there, observing what was happening. There was no need for them to do anything. And as at this time around, most people had voted, though again there were people who did the transfer of place of voting that we are not able to see their names. The machines were not yet to recognize their names as newly transferred voters. So these are some of the experiences people shared in the course of the exercise.
So then, how was the voter turnout at the polling units you stopped by? Would you say it was high, moderate, or low?
Presently, the background you're seeing there is Opelago, one of the polling units in Opelago Street. Opelago Street is an inland town part of Onitsha, where the Onitsha state constituency one, the exercise is holding, is also covering. Now, the voters at my back has reduced because of time. When I came in here newly, there were a lot of them, but like I said earlier, they had voted and people who had other things to do had already left. And there was also a touch at the DMGS, Dennis Memorial Grammar School, also in Onitsha 1 constituency. That place was quite good. The turnout was also beautiful. I met one of the commissioners in the state there who was going around to see how things were moving. And from there, I also got to Ezechima Primary School, also a beautiful turnout. And the same peaceful, the same orderliness cut across the 3 areas I visited.
And lastly, did you come across any signs of or reports now of votes buying, intimidation, or violence at any of the polling units that you observed?
No, violence, no. I was in touch with my colleagues in other areas, especially Anambra South Senatorial Zone, where incidentally another by-election is taking place, but for that of Senate, because there has to be a replacement for late Senator Patrick Ifanyoba that died sometime last year. So there was any report of violence or commotion or whatever. But the only thing that even I observed and heard from people is an allegation against vote buying. Okay, as much as 25,000 naira was alleged to, to be giving out as inducement, to skew the choice of voters, and that I was meant to understand that some people who were strong-spirited and under the guidance of their conscience refused to be induced. and went ahead to vote according to their conscience. So apart from the inducement and the vote buying, there was nothing like violence so far.